this act, lost a little.
Yeah.
A little, I don't want to say hopeless because that sounds a little more drastic, but it's like, I don't know, I'm angry, sad, hurt.
I've focused a lot in my preparation on, there are many long speeches. My character gives lots of long speeches. Shoah liked to give, he liked to make sure that people knew what he was going after, what his position on things was. And so I have lots of long speeches. So I started, before we started rehearsal, I started working on those. And then now that we've started rehearsal, it's easy to associate blocking or movement with the dialogue, and also it's intriguing and always endlessly fascinating to me what comes up when you get a bunch of actors together and everybody's truly listening and reciprocating, and how many different possibilities of meaning and emotion and nuance and so on that come out of those interactions.
There are 15 people that are in the cast. In addition to the cast, we also have a crew of probably about 10 to 15 on the crew, and we also have a design team, which is about 7 or 8 faculty and student members working together to design the scenery and the costumes and the lighting and the sound. I think there are a number of different things that our youth students will enjoy or appreciate when they come to the play. One is that this is a style of performing that you don't get to see very often anymore. This is a style of British comedy that is classic. The vocal abilities and of the actors and the language in the play is very elegant and beautiful, and you don't get a chance to experience that very often. Shaw also has a really sort of biting sense of humor sometimes, and I think that might still appeal to people's sense of humor.
Dare say it's very wicked of Carl to make candidates, but I don't think I shall cut him on that account.
The fact is that there's a certain amount of talk about this notion of wickedness.
Okay, good. I think that's the right idea, but I think you can sweep around a little bit more. Okay. And see if you can find an opportunity in this scene to be in your whole space at some point.
It's challenging, actually. I've done a lot of different roles. I've been a little kid. I've been an old lady before, but she was an old Southern lady. I've never had to wear a corset for a show, so that's very different. And I've never had to really do a challenging dialect and concentrate on that for a show. So I have to, for this one particularly, I have to really concentrate on all my consonants and all my vowels, and there are certain things you say differently. And
we've already done M-A-R-Y.
No.
No.
Right.
M-A-R-R-Y.
No. Better.
What?
so that's one difference, I suppose.
We're going to walk it up this way. We're going to walk this end back to here.
Yeah.
Lay it down, walk it down this way.
Okay.
Make sense to everybody? Yeah.
Okay.
I tend to think that a lot of what is happening, and not just what's happening, but a lot of what people see on stage when they come to see a play, they take for granted how much work went into it, and how much thought went into it. That we didn't just throw any particular setting up there, or the walls don't look like they do just because that's what we had, or that there's a great deal of thought that goes into the designing of the sets and the costumes and the lighting, and of course a lot of thought into the staging and to the acting and so on. So I think that to take the easy way out, it's I think that a lot of the aspects of what we do in theater are taken for granted when the audience sits down.
Getting the play put together has been really fun and interesting so far. It takes a tremendous amount of work from everyone who is involved, and it's definitely a team effort. It's a very collaborative effort where we're all dependent on one another, but it's a group that enjoys the work, and you know, we come together to try to work off of one another's ideas and come up with something where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
I'm excited. I can't wait till we have a casting meeting. So I'm like, come on, so I can hear mine.